Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Dwarven Vault. Now, we've told you in the start that not everything was going to be a review, and you're going to get some of that today as we bring in a new member of the HornhelmClan, Angus, who is going to be our future beard in the street. And we have an interview today, an amazing interview, one with an ancient red dragon who is here for a very specific reason. And that specific reason is for the Dwarven Tool show that will be starting in a couple of weeks. We're going to have some examples of things that'll be appearing at the show, members of the HornhelmClan who work for various companies that will be displaying at the Dwarven Tool show, and of course we have some fantastic guests like today's guest, Fog. Now, we'll turn this over and get you introduced to Angus and the first part, only part one, of a wonderful interview with a dragon. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Angus Hornhelm, and I'm here to do an interview. Before we hit the streets, we're going to do some basic interviews here in our castle. And I'm interviewing today one of the most popular mythical creatures to humans that there is. You have your zombies, we know about that. You have your vampires, sure. But nothing, and I mean nothing, outranks the mystic dragon. We have here today on our set, here live for you people, Fog the Dragon.
That's me. Thank you very much. I appreciate that intro. You're a very nice dwarf. Are you tasty?
No, I'm all gristle and gruff. But there are a couple other dwarfs. I'll give you a list later. And
awesome.
Quite a few elves.
Oh, I like elves.
Yes,
They're tasty.
I'm glad somebody does.
And did you know that they have no cholesterol, that you can eat them, and they're good for your diet if you're a dragon?
Yeah, there's no fur on them at all. There's no, you're just so smooth. But that's besides the point. We're interested in what brings you to our neck of the woods.
Food.
Food?
Yes.
And what is exactly on your menu, other than dwarfs?
Oh, well, that's boring. Kobolds.
Gnomes.
Orcs. I'm here for that big Saturday night bug hunt they're going to have at the Dwarven Tool show. That's why I'm really here. I'm going to help lead some of you dwarves to getting a full opportunity to eat up all the kobolds and orcs. And I get a fill up in the meantime. That's not a bad deal.
The Dwarven Tool show. Quite a big event that'll be happening soon, brought to you by Dwarf Kind. Only dwarves can attend, unfortunately, but we're going to have people come in and tell you about it at different points of our show on the channel. So tell me, Fog, where do you reside, and how much treasure are you sleeping on at night?
Oh, well, I can't tell you exactly where I reside, other than to say that it's deep underneath the mountains, and I'm sitting on top of a lot of treasure. Honestly, a lot of it was formerly owned by dwarves.
You're not related to that other dragon that we won't speak of that took that mountain, are you?
Smog? Ah, nah. He's smaller. He was always the runt of the litter. No, I'm not that closely related to him, and he's dead now, so it's okay.
Yeah, he was bested by a hobbit and a human. But that's besides the point. He didn't even want to mess with the dwarfs.
Well, that was a shame upon our family to have somebody bested by a hobbit. Oh, I'm going to be crying in my smoke for years.
Speaking of hobbits, how many do you figure you could eat in one sitting?
In one sitting? Ooh, that's a good question. I've never had a chance to try this out. Do you know where a bunch of them live?
I might be able to show you a place. It's a hill with a round door.
I bet you I could get almost as many in a scoop as I could kobolds, and I know I can get several hundred kobolds in a scoop.
Well, we might have to go together to a place. I know a couple of hobbits that need a little bit of adjustment.
Awesome. You could be the dessert.
So, if I were to ask you, what was your mightiest battle? That is something that we like to do here, is review the great deeds and unfortunately the epic failures of all the people who watch our channel and play various characters in various games. So, what would you say was your greatest moment?
Well, there's been a lot of great moments. You know, we dragons, and I'm an ancient one, have been around for a long,
I can vouch for
long
that.
time.
He looks old.
Dessert.
Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
Dessert. You're going to be dessert. Yes, it's not been easy with all the things I've had to do out there, but probably one of my greatest moments was that time that I took that series of adventurers who came down to find my brother's treasure. And you got to remember, obviously, you can see this right now, that we can become human-like if we want to. So I led them down a side passageway, and when they thought they were going to get the treasure, I turned back to my natural self and ate them all up. The lowest level character I ate was 12th level, and they were very unhappy about it. They rumbled in my tummy for a long time, so I can tell you that really wasn't worth it for all the indigestion that I got.
Now, an important question that all the dwarfs want to know. Were any of them elves?
Well, yes, as it so happens, there were a couple of them that were elves.
That's wonderful news.
Yeah, but there were 3 that were dwarves.
What?
Well, I ate dwarves too. I need iron in my diet. You have to eat a certain amount of dwarves. My mother always told me that when I was growing up. In order to get iron in my diet, I needed to eat so many dwarves. So I'm sorry. It's just like the nuts and fruits. That's why I eat the elves.
Perhaps sickly and old dwarfs. I also have to ask you, since we asked this question to all those that are interviewed and are talked about by my good friend Red, what do you figure was your greatest, we'll say, failure or mistake?
My biggest mistake?
Don't say interviewing here.
No, I won't say that. It's being related to Smog. How would you like to be related? How would you like to carry around that family shame for having one of your brethren be bested by a halfling? It's got me angry, and it's got me sad and depressed. That's probably my biggest failure, is being related to Smog.
Well, we can't always pick our relatives.
No, but we can pick their noses.
Yeah.
And dragons got long noses, just so you know.
Great. That's probably why you got tails.
There's a story behind that, too. But this is a family-friendly channel, and I cannot speak about this.
Well, that's good.
So how was that? That's pretty interesting, huh? Well, we're going to finish that up in the next episode with part 2 for the interview with a dragon. Don't miss it. Angus will be there. I'll be there. And it'll be amusing. Well, hopefully. We'll talk to y'all soon. Take care, and remember, dwarves rock.